Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Game week. I'll just move my mic. There we go. It is game week 8. I hope everyone had a good international break. I've got to keep things a little bit down today because it's 6:45 a.m. and I think my flatmate is still asleep and I'm quite tired at the moment. But I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Chris's Bangkok. I'm doing pretty well. Jack, Jake, Aaron Barr, Bishoy, Alex, Ua. I am a little bit sleepy. Well, in fact, I'm not sleepy. I've got an itchy eye. Bear with. We're going to try and do something about that. Basically, I've had something in my eye all morning. It is too early, though. You are correct. There we go. That's a bit better. You have to just put up with a sleepy eye for a second. Yeah, I'm bench boosting this week, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you guys. You'll have to let me know. But yeah, I've picked this week to bench boost. There's not a whole lot of news to say. I think everyone looks fit. Everyone's asking if Enzo trained. Let's have a look. Enzo Fernandez. I'll have a look for you. Oh, a quote from interesting. A quote from a quote from Maresca saying Enzo Fernandez is a doubt. That's good fun, isn't it? Same with Caicedo. I think he plays. I'm being honest with you. Palmer's out for 6 more weeks. I think Enzo plays. That would be my honest opinion on that. But there's nothing concrete on it. I think he'll play. Yeah, for me, excuse me, I will be definitely rolling and I think using my bench boost as well. But we've obviously got Caicedo, who is a little bit of a doubt. Enzo and Caicedo didn't train yesterday. I'm not sure that's the case. So yeah, there was no Enzo Fernandez in any of the Chelsea training photos, by the looks of it. Caicedo and Pedro Neto were not in any of them either. I still think Caicedo and Enzo play, though, I will say. No, Ahmed. No. Caicedo wasn't in any of the training pictures either. Yeah, exactly, South Coast runner. Yeah, the information is none of them were in the training pictures, so that's definitely interesting. My bench boost is currently Darlow, Reinders, Alderete, and Van de Ven. What's your thoughts? As bench boosts go, it's pretty good, mate. I quite like that. I'm going to tweet a second just to say that I'm live as well. Oh, I've just realised. Bloody hell. I've just realised the image is wrong. No one's told me that the scores and fixtures are not right. I'll just change that a second. Whoops. There we are. No, Senesi's fit, as I've read it. Let's have a look at Alderete. So here is. I've got something for you on that. Here is a Sunderland training picture. And that is Alderete. So Sunderland in training, and there is a picture of Alderete. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. I'm just going to do a tweet to say that I'm live, if that's all right. Live now. For the hashtag. FPL Game Week 8 deadline stream. My bench boost. My bench boost is currently active. Link. Put the thumbnail on the tweet. Bear with. That's the one. All right, there we go. Personal feeling Caicedo plays. I think they both play. David Ortiz, rate my squad for this week. Okay. Rofes, Timber, Lacroix, Teal, Udogi, Mbumo, Caicedo, Xhaka, Minter. It's interesting. I think you've thrown a few too many differentials in there for me. No confirmation. I read some comments from Scott Parker before this. There was no confirmation on Lyle Foster. He said he should be okay, but there's no confirmation that he's definitely fit. Who to bench? Raya versus Vicario. I'd bench Vicario. I think Arsenal are the best defence in the league, so I'd play their keeper. Who would you start? Dubravka or Martinez? Dubravka. Go on. Or if you can, Alex, and haven't used your bench boost yet, I would consider bench boosting. Yeah, David, I don't understand your team, I've got to say. You've got loads of money in the bank, no clear captain. I don't like it, mate. Sorry. Would you do Foden and Bruno to Saka and Enzo, or wait a week? I think I'd wait a week. I'd wait a week. Oh, it's an FPL draft. Okay. You should have added context to that. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, as drafts go, it's not bad at all. Rigank, that's a move that I could make as well, and I just don't think it's worth it. Rat Dog, hey mate, hope you well. Thoughts on Richarlison to Calvert-Lewin for bench boost 9 to fund Bruno to Saka? So that's Richarlison to Calvert-Lewin. No, I wouldn't do any of those moves. Keep your team as it is. Enzo is an injury doubt. I think Richarlison's better than Calvert-Lewin. Bruno to Saka, yeah, I just wouldn't do that yet. Enjoy Crisis Bangkok or Crisis. Who to bench between Van de Ven and Senesi? Van de Ven for me. David, my pleasure, mate. I guess my videos are not perfectly set up for FPL draft, but at the same time, hopefully they help highlight some of the better players in the game. Jack Collins, rate my squad: Pope, Shalabar, Gabriel, Calafiori, Caicedo, Sarr, Semenyo, Kudus. Yeah, good team. It's good. I like it. Salam edits. We don't know, mate. Concert to Trufair, or Porro to Guardiola. Wouldn't do either of those moves. I don't think I'd do either of them. I'm going to put a bit of news in there as well, actually. Get rid of the Strand Larson one. There we go. Essex Carpet Cleaning Co. Good to see you, my friend. Good morning, bro. How is everything? We're good, mate. A little bit tired, a little bit groggy, but we're all good. I'm just... Oh, hang on. We've got to change. Something's wrong on that news, isn't it? We'll just have to change something. About 6 weeks. Hopefully, that should all make sense now. Is getting a cheap third forward in? Yes, Sea Eagle. I think quite possibly. I'm almost even more inclined to bench boost this week, so I can get it out of the way, not worry about having a good bench, and then do exactly that. Get a cheap forward to go alongside those three, and then yeah, I just think that's the way I'm going to play it. I think five midfield is the best way to go. I just don't want Gyökeres in my team anymore. I think spending, I could just go Saka instead of Gyökeres. That's what I'm going to do. Drop Gyökeres to someone cheap and do Caicedo to Saka. Worth doing Van der Ven to Botman. No, I think I'd keep Van der Ven. Luke, I would play Rodon. I'm bench boosting, so it doesn't matter, but I would play Rodon. Before I decided to bench boost, Rodon was starting for me. When you look at, let's have a look at this. So if we go on understat. I love understat. So it is. Understat is a Premier League table of expected goals conceded, right? So we got here's every team in the league and their total expected goals conceded. Rank it by the best. The top 5 are Arsenal, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Man City, Leeds. Leeds are 5th in the league after the 7 games so far for expected goals conceded. So, yeah, pretty good, I think. Pretty good. I reckon, ladies and gentlemen, if we can get to 100 likes on the stream, I will do some team reviews. So yeah, 100 likes on the stream, and we'll do team reviews. But yeah, Leeds are 5th in the league for expected goals conceded. Soros, mate, we've breakfasted already. I'm tapering now. We got British champs next weekend for swimming. What was I going to say? So I'm not going to be able to do a deadline stream next week because I'm going to be racing on Saturday morning instead. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a different weekend next weekend. I'll still try and get a video out while I'm away on Saturday evening, but I don't think I'll be able to go live. But yeah, we're tapering at the moment. I'm resting up. I did my fastest single length of a pool ever last night. So we're in a good place in training. So yeah. Thinking of doing Pickford to Sanchez or Pope to Voldymarson. I wouldn't change my goalkeeper. I think you're fine. How come you're not selling Njai? Well, he's very decent, mate. Scored last week. Cheers, Diamond, mate. Cortex, good to see you, mate. Hope you're keeping well. If you'd own Salah, would you consider him? Yes. Yes. If you look at... Where have you got it? I'm not sure. So I'm going to go on Solio. Right. So, it's one of my favourite analytics tools is Solio. And if you look at the projections, I don't know if you can see that. Should be able to. I'll zoom in. There you go. So this is the Solio projections for the next 5 weeks, right? This week it is Haaland number 1. Next week Salah's number 1. Game week 10 Salah's number 1. And game week 12 Salah's number 1. So if I had Salah, I would consider captaining him this week, but I do think Haaland is the best. But next week the odds favour Salah. In game week 10, the odds favour Salah, and in game week 12, they do as well. So 3 of the next 5 game weeks, according to Solio at least, Salah is the best captain. I need to just grab a tissue very quickly. Bear with. There we go. I hope so, mate. I tell you, talking about 20,000 subscribers, by the way, my good mate FPL Tom is going to hit it probably this morning if he's not live streaming already. So very excited to see that. We've got to try and watch him hit 20k because he's absolutely smashed it recently. And of course, let's share something with you guys. I am starting a little project with my mate FPL Tom. It's still in its infancy because we've got a few things to set up. You'll have seen there was a stream on my channel on Wednesday morning that I did with FPL Tom. Well, he and I are working together on a little project called the FPL Cartel. We'll be doing a live stream together every Wednesday. There'll be a private Discord, and we'll run some mini leagues with some special prizes as well. We're going to run our own merchandise as well, so you can buy that or win that if you do well on our mini leagues. But yeah, if you want to join the FPL Cartel, keep your eyes peeled. Exclusive members only content of me and FPL Tom. And yeah, there'll be a private Discord, prizes for mini leagues, and an exclusive weekly live stream from the both of us. So if you want to join the cartel, keep your eyes peeled. We're getting things set up. Hopefully be ready to go next week. Everything will be everything can be kicked off. Glenn. Xavi Simons if he was going to play. But I'd probably go Xavi Simons. No, would I? I like Richards. Richards. South Coast runner, I think I'd still pick Enzo. As long as you've got a bench that's strong enough to cover if he doesn't play, I'd still pick him. Vaseline, I don't like either of them really. I prefer the one with Voltamada in it, but I think I'd go Njai instead. I'm not sure, Alex. I just think Haaland's the best captain. Cheers, Diamond. Cheers, Cortex. I appreciate that, mate. We will do, hopefully. So basically, we have to set up a company in the UK in order to manage it. And we're just in the process of doing that. It takes a little while to get all that set up. So that's what we're waiting for. But yeah, all the Discord, graphics, everything's ready to go. And to be honest, we'll just keep doing it on our channels until what was I going to say? Yeah, we'll just keep doing it on our channels until it's all, all set up. We'll just do it for free until then. It feels like a good week to roll transfers, if not on wildcard. Yes. Yes, it does. Unsubscribe. I'm using my bench boost, mate. It doesn't matter. Andrew Pratt, I think Jadon Anthony and Alderete are both going to play. I thought it was a good little play on a meme, Alan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think Dubravka, Goodmanson, King is worth a bench boost. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's decent. My first season playing FPL. Interesting. So Cortex, we've discovered there's a new feature on YouTube where you can collaborate. So I'm hoping that means that if we both put our channels to the content will appear on both of our channels. So yeah. And the way it'll work, mate, is the Discord will run everything. So you'll subscribe to the service, be linked to a Discord, which will have an individual link every time that you subscribe. that'll all be managed by our by sub launch we're using to run it all. You'll be entered into the Discord, and then we'll just put the private link to the stream in the Discord. Basically, that's how we're going to do it. Would you do Njai to Enzo today? No, I'd stick by Njai, to be honest. The thing with, we'll just look at another projection, right? So here's the top players for the next 5 weeks, right? And look, Njai and Enzo are pretty much identical. So the fixtures this week, obviously, Njai has the worst fixture, Enzo has the better one. But then in future weeks, apart from pretty much every game week, they're either the same or Njai is better. And over the next 5 game weeks, Njai actually has a higher expected points total. So, yeah. I just prefer the YouTube streaming feature, mate, Cortex. That's probably what we'll do. And it also appears on our channels then as well. It just means that non-members can't watch it. So that might help us get some more members, was my thinking. Hey Tom, thoughts on Richarlison plus Bowen or Bruno? To Bowen and no. I put Gyökeres early to catch the price rise a week ago and bought for 9 million, but apparently he rised as soon as I bought him and it didn't update. Oh dear. Tom's done it. Let's go. Let's go and find him. Let's go and find him. He's done it. Look at that. 20k subscribers. What a legend. Let's just get the sound on a sec. Audio, desktop audio speakers.
His head is my teeth won't move back. Yeah.
Get the vocals ready. We'll have a sing a little bit later, all right?
I want to see him do it.
Okay, that is a lie. There it is.
Go on, the boy.
Come on. Let's go. I've just heard that through my headphones. I've got my headphones still plugged into my laptop. Sorry if that was a little bit loud, guys. Apologies.
What a legend. We're happy with that.
I really appreciate you all, and thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs there. Absolute legends as always. Tim, thank you very much for that kind comment, man, as well. Thank you very much for the kind comment. Really appreciate that, bro. Yeah, FPL Macam, you've been here a while, man. Like I said, the people that have been here from like the 1K days and even before that, really appreciate you. Back in the day when we used to stream. Golden Goal in the chat as well. Thank you very much, mate. I know you're going to be following in these like footsteps very soon. You're going to be hitting that 20k mark as well. So if you haven't already, go and check out Tom's channel. He's going to be the next one that's going to be hitting that 20k subscriber mark. Obviously as well, big up the cartel. We're launching that. And yeah, here we go. Big
up the cartel. Well done, Tom. That's good, isn't it? Doku will be cooking. We'll see on Doku. We'll see. Will Richarlison start after travelling back from Japan/South Korea? Yes, I think he does. With the personnel that Spurs have available, I think he probably does. Would you do Njai to Enzo today? No. No. We've just spoken about that, mate. I've literally shown you some analytics to say why you shouldn't do it as well. Caicedo to Murillo. Or Murillo. Oh, 100% Caicedo. Lucas, I'd keep Enzo, but it all depends on who else you have in the draft. Can you cover him with your bench? Because if you can't, I just go Iliman and Njai, I think. I think I'd go for Senesi over Alderete, I reckon. We've got some data. Should we have a look through some data? I did some score predictions, but we'll look at those later. So here are your projected clean sheet odds in goals, according to good old Rob T. So top teams in terms of goal scoring this week. We've got Chelsea, 1.69 projected goals. Man City on 2.05. Arsenal 1.79. Liverpool 2.15. Yeah, all looking pretty good on that front. Chelsea got 29% chance of keeping a clean sheet. Man City 44. Arsenal 43. Liverpool 29. Crystal Palace also 29. Leeds 36 and Sunderland 36. In fact, someone was saying, should they go Alderete or Senesi? I'm somewhat convinced to go Alderete now if I had him. I don't think it's too bad at all, to be honest, if you went Alderete this week. I'm just hoping Foster starts. I think there's a good chance he does. Burnley are nothing really without him, to be honest. Foster is really good. That would be my opinion. I have Dubravka, Senesi, Matata, Goodmanson on bench. Should I go for bench boost? Dubravka, Senesi. Yes, definitely bench boost that. Yeah, I'd keep Enzo and just start one of them. I'd start DCL this week. Yes, Medicant. Put your team in the chat if you want, mate. In fact, or put your ID in the chat if you want. However you want to work it. Catalia, would you bench boost with Dubravka, King, Goodmanson and Tosin? Yeah, why not? Why not? I think that's good enough. Thoughts on Pickford, Timber, Senesi and Minte for bench boost? Absolutely, yeah. That's great bench boost. I would 100% bench boost if I had that teammate. That is cracking. That is really good. Oh, would you bench boost with Dubravka, King? I've already answered that. Shall I start Enzo? Sure. The only worry is if he gets benched and then plays like limited minutes. That's the only thing you have to bear in mind, I think. Your team is Pope, Senesi, Gabriel, Rodon. Yes, a lovely team. Need to know your forwards though. There's a feature in the chat, right? Right. I can schedule a time to switch the stream to members only now, apparently. That's a new feature. Jamil, good morning, mate. Would you start Stack over and Die or Bruno this game week? No, I wouldn't do that. You got Mbumo. Lovely team, Medicant. Lovely team. Don't worry, mate. I'm not going to cuss. So, we've got some goal projections as well. I thought this was useful just to see the kind of teams that are going to do the best from an attacking point of view. So, top of the tree at the moment is Liverpool. Then we got Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Newcastle, Brighton, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Crystal Palace. Worst teams, Sunderland, Burnley, Wolves. Interesting that those are the three bottom ones. But yeah, that's your goal projections. I guess, well, best teams are there for goals. Clean sheet odds. Is there any real surprise that Arsenal are top? In pretty much every game week, apart from 2 game weeks, which is game week 13 and 15, Arsenal have above 30% or 40% even chance of keeping a clean sheet. They're the only team that they're just a level above any other team, aren't they? I think when you look at that, it tells me that most people should probably have double Arsenal defence, I reckon. But yeah. Up the Arsenal defence. What else we got? I think the quiz is next. Yeah. Ooh. I'm not sure the quiz is done. Is the quiz done? Yeah, we're fine. That's just get rid of that slide. Don't worry, that's not a quiz answer. Newcastle do indeed have the lowest XGC this season. You are correct. Also, the ticker's annoying me. There we go. But they do, yeah. Go back to my team. Let's see what else is going on in the world at the moment. Twitter. See what's happening on Twitter. Nothing to report. Right, let's watch. So, I'm thinking about Gyökeres to João Pedro as soon as Chelsea finishes. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Not worth it. Information is always worth more than price rises. In early transfers this week, there's Champions League this week as well. So, early transfers when people play in the Champions League, it's an absolute no-no for me, mate. I would agree with that, Cortex. Will you still be bench boosting if Caicedo is out? I don't think we'll get any confirmation that Caicedo is out. I know he's the early kickoff, but I doubt we'll get any news. But if he is out and we get news that he is, I probably won't use it. It really is annoying though, because it does ruin my plans. I was just going to say as well, if we hit 100 likes on the stream, I will be doing some team reviews on Twitter. But yeah, we've got 150 people watching. And how many likes are we on? 49. You know, if everyone left a like, we'd be doing some team reviews. I'm only joking. I'm not gonna beg for it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. My mate FPL Tom hit 20,000 subscribers today, and it's my goal to do that as well by the end of the year. So if we can hit 20k subs by the end of the year, I'd be over the moon. So if you could help me towards that goal by hitting the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Frederick, I personally think Lyle Foster will start, yeah. Do we have some predictions? I've done some score predictions. Here's my score predictions. So I've got Chelsea. I've got them winning 2-0. Just don't see another result, to be honest. Brighton, I think 2-2 draw I've gone for against Newcastle. Newcastle were amazing at St James's Park, but I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Leeds, I think they probably edge it against Burnley. I've gone 1-0. Palace and Bournemouth, I've just gone for a 2-2 draw in that one. I think it'll be a fairly close game, but both teams are decent enough. I think they both score. Man City, I think they win 3-0 against Everton. I know I've got Tarkowski and Njai in my team, but yeah, I think they win 3-0. Sunderland and Wolves, I've gone for a 1-1 draw between those two. I think that's a fair score prediction. And then I've got Arsenal beating Fulham 3-0. Let me know if you disagree or agree with any of those predictions. Tottenham Villa, I've got that being 1-1. Newcastle Man United, I've got 3-2 to Liverpool. Sorry, Newcastle. Liverpool Man United. I think Liverpool win that 3-2. I think Man United actually show up in the game, play well, but Liverpool just better. So they're going to win 3-2, I think. And then West Ham Brentford, I've gone for a 1-1 draw in that game as well. So, we're not even on 100 likes yet. So, we'll do the team reviews on Twitter. But once we hit 100 likes, we're only on 64 at the moment. We need to get to 100. The one thing I did want to say is if there's any lineup predictions, because we love a lineup prediction. So let's have a look. No, we don't have any lineup predictions yet. Just a few people predicting the teams. So here is an prediction of the Liverpool lineup. Okay. Villa team versus Spurs is going to look like this. The Man City team, I think that's pretty, yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? I think that's going to be the City team too. The Newcastle team will be Pope, Trippier, Teal, Botman, Byrne, Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton. I agree with that. That's his. Oh, okay. So this is a slightly different predicted 11. This guy's got Isak playing. Yeah, I have a feeling this will be the new Liverpool team too. But he's only 50% sure on Frimpong, which is fair enough. Yes, mate, Alderete has been pictured in training, so yeah. We'll stop sharing my Twitter just in case I get in trouble for what my Twitter feed has on it. There we go. Ah. No, don't worry. Sorry, there was a troll tweet saying that Enzo Fernandez was in training, but that's not been confirmed. No, there were no pictures, unfortunately, of Enzo or Caicedo in training. Thank you, FPL Diamond. V-Shell. I already own João Pedro and Caicedo. I'm considering adding Enzo. Is it wise? Not today. I don't think Enzo Fernandez is fully fit. You think Fulham Arsenal is going to be a close, low-scoring game? I disagree. Any news on Alderete? Yeah, he's in training. He'll be fine. Thank you, Samir. That's really kind of you. I appreciate that. I have both Alderete and Anthony. They're both yellow flagged. Should I activate? I think you'll be fine. Alderete, I've shown earlier on in the stream, I showed a picture of him in training. So I think he's fine. Anthony's the interested one, but I think he's also fine. Charlotte, I think you should start Calvert-Lewin over Enzo, mate. Probably. Bring in Saka or Semenyo for the next 4 weeks. Semenyo's fixtures are Crystal Palace, Forest, Man City, Villa, both away. Saka's fixtures, I'd bring in Saka. Mate, me too, 69 degrees north. I love Saturday mornings as well. Frederick has both Alderete. Yeah, do it. I've just answered that for someone else. Should I bench boost with Caicedo and Alderete? Yeah. Yeah, do it. I think Alderete has been pictured in training. Thank you, brother. I'll keep... Yeah, do it. It'll only be a week. Darren Chong, I wouldn't do that. Start Dubravka or Pope. That is an interesting one. I'd be inclined to say Pope, but it is really close. I mean, if you look at the clean sheet odds. So you're deciding Dubravka's got 27% clean sheet odd. Pope's got 24, but Newcastle are the leading defence in the league for expected goals conceded. So I would be tempted, just based on that, to start Pope. At Paul third, Haaland, mate. I think Haaland's going to be the top point scorer. Don't think there's any question, really. I don't know who you guys think. I don't think there's going to be this random outsider player that comes in and does it, I think it's going to be Erling Haaland. I'll be totally honest with you. Yeah, Medican, I would do the same, mate. I would do the same. Transfer out in Bumo this week. Who for? Nah, don't sell him. You bought him in for a reason. I think he's going to be fine. I know he's got Liverpool, but I think you're thinking very short term. I'd keep him. I'm bench boosting, so I can't triple captain Haaland, mate. I'd rather. This is the week to use my bench boost. There'll be plenty of other opportunities, I think, to use the triple captain on Haaland this season, if I want to, even. The thing with the triple captain is I've always liked the idea of using it on not like a complete differential, but like the non-populous pick, if that makes sense. I've always quite liked the idea of doing that. So, yeah, I might be doing that at some point. So, like when Salah, if he refines form, for example, I might use it on him. Morning, bud. Who to start? Van Dijk, Senesi, or Goodmanson? Goodmanson, I think. Gut feel says Goodmanson. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think Goodmanson. Mate, no, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm all good. Bench one. Enjoy Estev Senesi. Estev. I'd bench Estev, I think. Are you making it? I don't think I need to make a transfer, mate. I'm pretty happy with this team. There was one I was thinking about, and that was get rid of Rangers and bring in Ismail Assar. That was a move that I was genuinely considering, but I just don't think it's worth it. I think I'm just going to stick by Rangers. And another reason for thinking that way as well is once I get this bench boost out of the way, I'm going to make some pretty major changes to my team. We'll do it in Hub, actually. This is what I'm thinking of doing next week. Bear with. Let's see if I've got the cash to do it. So, my team, pick and rating. I don't think I'm logged in, actually. Let's get myself logged in. By the way, if you want to check out Fantasy Football Hub for yourself, I get you 50% off. This is the final day that the offer is running. It will cease to be an offer after the deadline this week. But if you want to sign up to Fantasy Football Hub, use the link at the top of the description below, and I get you 50% off. And if you sign up before the Gameweek 8 deadline, if you don't win your mini league this season, Fantasy Football Hub will give you your money back. So I think that's a pretty good offer, to be honest. Let's do that. So next week then, this is game week 8, but next week my bench boost will be done, and that means I can get rid of some players. So next week, I'll probably, why can't I do that? So next week, I'm probably going to get rid of him and him. And I'm going to buy him, and I think him. And then next week, that will probably be my team. It does mean I have Sarr versus Arsenal, but I think next week that might be my team, you know. I think as teams go, that's a pretty good one as well. I think next week that's where I'll be at. Although buying Sarr to face double Arsenal defence that I have might not be the best idea. So maybe I could wait till game week 7 to bring him in. But I think that'll probably be my team next week. I think that's probably where I'm going to go with it. Yeah, that was what I was thinking there, Medicant. I also would agree with what Soros says, though, that Sarr could excel versus Arsenal's team. Moses, do you think Isak captain over Haaland is too much of a gamble? I do, mate. Yeah, I do. Do I start Mbumo or Senesi this week? Do I start Mbumo or Senesi this week? Mbumo. Oh, actually, I tell you what, that is actually really close. It is actually really close. What do the chat think about Mbumo versus what was the option? Senesi. Who would you start out of those two? Bloody hell, mate, that is close. I won't lie, that is really close. Who would you start between Reinders and Minter? Reinders just. How many likes are we on, by the way? What were you saying? If we hit 100 likes on stream, by the way, we're on 79 at the moment. I'll do some team reviews on Twitter. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're on 18,500 at the moment. I think it's very much possible, but I need your help. So if you could hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Glenn would start Senesi because he doesn't trust Man United. Yeah. But then I don't think the Liverpool defence are any good, and I do think Man United will score. I do think they score. Start Marmash Dasvili or Dubravka. %29%. Marmash Dasvili then, mate. Do that. Congrats on the channel. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. João Pedro or Bowen? I'm still sticking by João Pedro. Yeah, I think Voltemada is the one, though, to be honest. If you're buying one this week. Timber and Gabriel viable? Yeah, it's fine. I think, for me, the best way to play FPL at the moment is double Arsenal defence. So I would have 2 Arsenal defenders and 1 Arsenal attacker. I think that's the way to go. Holly has just woken up to wow. I'm sorry to hear that. My morning's going pretty well, thank you. I'm quite tired though, but yeah, my morning's going pretty well. Is Porro a sell? Possibly. Yeah. Who would I buy? Chris Richards, I think. I'd consider Chris Richards. Or Anderson. What does GZ mean, Glenn, by the way? But yeah, they have been taken over. Samyam, yes, I think I will be bench boosting. By the way, Holly, I saw your comment. Just remember in your comment, sorry, I heard that bench boosting is a good way to fix a nosebleed, by the way. You think Foden will start? Play? Yeah, I do. Richarlison and Reinders to Saka, and I guess that's Mark Gu. Or Bruno plus Richarlison to Saka and Voltemada. Or yeah, I like the second one. Bruno and Richarlison to Saka and Voltemada. I don't mind that. Would you sell Richarlison for Bowen and Foden to Sarr? Would you sell Richarlison for Bowen and Foden for Sarr? No. No, I'd consider selling Richarlison. You could get Voltemada or someone like that. But I don't think I'd do Foden to Sarr this week. Oh, it means congratulations. I don't know if it is a congrats. It just means it's been sold. It's not like I don't know. It's hard to call that an achievement, really. I don't know. We're 9 likes away from team reviews on Twitter, by the way, if you want to leave a like rating on the stream. Wesley Franz. I'm very well, thank you, mate. Bench 1, Bruno, Rodgers or Watkins? Rodgers. Yeah. What do you think about triple captain in Haaland versus Everton? I don't mind it. Holly, I'm waiting 2 weeks to brag. Oh, you've been waiting to? Oh, bloody hell. You got 102 points. Oh, my God. With Marlon and Caicedo. So my challenge is who to bench this week. Bloody hell. Fair enough. I don't know who you should bench this week. I'd probably bench Marlon, though, because he's rubbish. I don't actually rate him as a player at all, to be honest. But just my opinion. Caicedo's an injury doubt, so you could bench him too. I'm very jealous of that, though. My bench is nowhere near as good as that. You could also, now that you've used your bench boost, you could make transfers so you don't have a stronger bench anymore. You could do that. That's what I'm doing next week. Harry Hall, I am bench boosting, mate. Yeah, triple Arsenal defence is viable. I just think you probably want to have an attacker in there as well. J. Dubon, would you bench boost with Dubravka, Minte, Senesi? Yes. I think that's perfectly good enough, mate. Essex Carpet Cleaning Co. is counting down the likes. Right. I'll set the tweet up. If you're... So I've done a tweet. The tweet says, if you're watching my deadline stream, post teams in reply to this tweet to be reviewed. So that's the tweet. If you want to tweet me your team, please do. Please tweet me your team. We're on 100 likes. If you want to get your team reviewed, drop us a tweet. I'm going to... Danny Macklin, legend, mate. Vicario, Virgil van Dijk, Timber Lacroix, Goodmanson. Very decent, mate. Yeah, it's very decent. I don't think anything needs to be done there. It's very decent. The only question is, do you start Richards or Virgil van Dijk? But I think you're making the right calls. Yeah, do that. That works. Bloody hell. Okay. Cortex, bench boost, Raya, Byrne, Van der Ven, Senesi, and Jai Kudus. Oh, what a team. What a team that is. Yeah, I like that. Cheers, Cortex, for doing that in the chat. JXE, Raya, Guardiola, Senesi, Gabriel, Enjoy. Great team. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready. Bench boost that. Vinay, probably not with Richarlison. I'll be a little bit worried about him, actually, the more I think about it. You should bench boost, mate. I would bench boost Coles there, because then you can make transfers next week and not worry about your bench as much. Medic Ant, love it, mate. Because you'll remember, we'll drop you. Did that work? Anthony. Yeah, solid team. Again, you're almost at the point where you can bench boost, but you've just got Richarlison. That's the only thing. Soros, 1.4 million in the bank. E-Man, yes, we do, mate. We do. Yeah, bit crazy, but we do. Raya, Richards, Gabriel, Shalabar, Rangers, Foden, Sar, Semenyo, Mateta, Gyökeres, Haaland. Good team. I think you can bench boost if you haven't already. Oh, bloody hell. Pricey's in the chat. Love that. Pope. Good team. But we're not sure about Enzo Fernandez. That's the only thing. We're not sure about Enzo. What do you rate? I don't know if Price is in the chat. I'm just not sure if Enzo Fernandez plays. That's the only thing, mate. It's a great team, though. H, Dubravka, Timber, Senesi. Great team. Not sure about the bench, though. But it is a good team, other than that. I'd consider starting the Liverpool keeper ahead of Dubravka as well. I think I'm keeping on top of everything. Yeah, we are. So this is Joe. I think I'd bench boost as well if it was me with this team. I can do Rangers plus Saka, Richarlison to Saka plus Gu or Obi. Alternatively, Bruno. You know what? I like the first move. I like the first move. Bench boost. Yeah, bench boost that. We've got player for player, the same teammate. I'd bench boost that. Mathilde, this is my team with bench boost active. To see if bench boost is successful, I'd have to have the weakest players on the bench. Who would you bench? Jadon Anthony, Alderete, and Richards. And I'd still bench boost it. So there you go, Mathilde. Matty, look at me. Look at that pose in the bottom there. Good to see you, Paul. Raya, Munoz, Richard, Senesi. You're good to go. I'd bench boost that as well. Jack Meadows. Good team. Good team. I consider bench boosting it as well. We'll leave it there for now. We'll leave it there. Let's catch up with the chat. Chilled. I've checked for confirmation blunting yet, but looks unlikely. Eh? I'm not. Don't know. Does that make sense? Oh, was that on someone being benched? I can't remember what I said to you. Rice or Bowen or Saka and Mateta? I would say Saka and Mateta. Good morning, dear Tom. Good morning. Your name, I think, is written in Hebrew, so I can't understand what that says. But good morning, my friend. Would you play Richards, Alderete, or Stack over Bruno or Njai? No. Can you do a benching headache list? I don't know. You ask me, mate. Maybe for next week. Oh, Caicedo. I've checked for confirmation. Okay, I'm not. It still doesn't make sense even with the autocorrect, but I see what you're talking about. He wasn't pictured in training, so Chelsea did a tweet and a few TikToks of training yesterday. Cheers, Essex Carpet Cleaning Co. What was I going to say? And Caicedo and Enzo weren't in any of them, and there were 50. So, yeah. Paul, how did you want me to look at your team? As a member, you get priority. So how would you want me to look at your team, mate? Just give us a second. Let's go on Hub. Let's go on Hub and get your team. Interesting. So this is your optimized team, according to Fantasy Football Hub. But the thing is, with Caicedo, I'm bench boosting and I've got him. I think even if he isn't in training pictures, I think he starts. I really do. I'm just going to keep an eye on Twitter until the deadline. Yeah, that's my thoughts too, Tom. I just said I think I'm just going to keep looking at Twitter until the deadline. It throws a real spanner in the works, doesn't it? But you know what? This would be my team for you, Paul. It looks good. You've sold in Jai. I don't think I would have done that actually. So the reason I'm going to go back to my team. So import. So this is my team. Did a name reveal. This is my team. So this week I think it's fine and it's bench boostable. Next week I also think it's bench boostable. So wait until next week is not the worst thing in the world. And then in game week 10, I've got some big transfer plans. So if I bench boost in 9, I'll have 5 free transfers in game week 10. And that means I can get rid of Jokeres, Reinders, and who else I can get rid of? Caicedo for Saka, Mark Gu, and Ismail Assar. So from game week 10 onwards, that will be my team. And I don't know about you, but I think that's quite possibly the best team in FPL right now, to be honest with you. And that could well be my team in game week 10. So it's not bad, is it? The only thing is, come game week 10, I might want Salah. I think Salah could be the best captain. No, actually, no, I don't. I think Saka, yeah. Yeah, that could be my team come game week 10. What are you doing, Tom? I don't know if Tom's in the chat anymore. He probably isn't because he's doing his own stream. Mate. Good way of getting yourself banned. You have Sar Richards and Mark Gu in Game Week 10 as well. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, isn't it? Richards or Romero, Alderete or Richards. Interesting. I would say Richards over Romero and Alderete. That was so good to watch. What was that? What, the spam? Looks like you and Cortex nailed him. Sorry, Julian. I'm not sure what you mean by the question, really. Richards is in both of this. Richards is in both. I don't know. Because I'm bench boosting, by the way, mate, at the moment. And I think Caicedo is injured. It might be injured. The only thing I would say is you should only use a transfer if you think it's worth it. I wouldn't worry too much about burning a transfer if you're really happy with your team. But if I had 5 transfers, there's surely one I could do to like tidy things up a little bit. Yeah, Jack, but what if he comes off the bench? What if he's on the bench and comes off the bench? Then I'm screwed. Who are you talking about there, Cortex? Because Caicedo not been pictured, mate. There's been lots of Twitter trolling going on, but it's not confirmed. There's been lots of trolling, but it's not confirmed yet. Yeah, so again, there's another picture of Alderete in Sunderland training. This is how far, this is the length people are going to. So here's the guy's back, shoulder, and calves. And then someone attributed that to the tattoo on his calf. So Alderete is in training. Enzo usually posts a matchday graphic on Instagram. He didn't, but Caicedo did. Has he? By the way, Tom H Football on Instagram. If you want to drop us a follow, we're gonna have to go and check out. We're gonna have to go and check out Caicedo's Instagram, aren't we? He has posted. Would you post a matchday graphic on your Instagram if you were injured? I don't know. We've all got to appreciate the detective skills. Absolutely. Cheers, Cortex. I'm gonna have to ban you from the chat for spamming it though. Good to see you, Liam. Are you on your way to Norwich this morning? Cause I just want to get out of the way, to be honest, Mick Dad. No more than that. I just want to get it done. that's it, really. I hope we get a win for you, bro. I really hope we win. You'd be more likely to post if you were injured. Interesting. Interesting. Good to see you, Butters, mate. I bench boosting game week 7, and I wish I did it this week. Oh well. That's what I was thinking, Coles there. Why would you post if you're injured? Why would you do that? Medic Ant, appreciate that, mate. I find myself following Lyle Foster and Burley to get an update. Yeah, that's if you're following Lyle Foster on Instagram, that's interesting, and you're not a Burnley fan. He's a good player, though, to be fair, is Lyle Foster. I also don't think Caicedo is injured. We've just got to keep an eye on leaks, haven't we? Just got to keep an eye. Just got to keep an eye out. I'm just looking at the tweets about Caicedo. This is what FPL Harry had to say. So apparently this might be what Cortex was referring to as well. Apparently Enzo usually posts a matchday graphic on Instagram the night before. He hasn't. Obviously Caicedo has, so that might be something to bear in mind. Right, let's have a look at the chat again. Arthur, sure. 2 defenders playing each other is not a bad thing, in my mind. What's your take on Enzo, then? I think he could miss this week. How is Bruno in your mind? I'm going to keep him. Medic Ant, I did, mate. Yeah, thank you. I when I was younger, I saw that Toyota on Top Gear, and I thought one day I'm going to buy that car, and yeah, I did. I got it in 2019. That Toyota. I saved for 3 years, I think, to get it. So yeah, I sold it back in April. I've got quite a nice. It's just a BMW 1 Series now, but it's quite a sporty one. I'll show you. This is what I bought. I bought a grey BMW. It's a 125i. So it's basically a 1 Series with the same power as a Golf GTI. I could have got an M135i, but they're just a little bit. I don't want to show my number plate really, but that's what I got anyway. And I think towards the end of the year, I'm going to get it remapped as well, because I think you can get it up to about 270 horsepower. So I think I will be doing that later in the year. I wouldn't sell Romero. No, Cortex. It's a manual. I've only ever had manual cars. So yeah, I love cars, but I needed to get something a little bit more sensible. The Toyota I had, I put an exhaust on it that had no silencers, so it was 110 decibels, I think, was the exhaust, which Yeah, it's a bit of a neighbour waker. It's a bit of a neighbour waker, that one. Would you sell Rangers? I'm not this week. At some point, I'd think about it, but God, they are, mate. Datchas are very sensible cars. I got my. What do you have? Medicant. What electric car did you go for? With some calculations, my bench has an average of 14 points a week. You've got too strong a bench then in that case. You need to save your pennies. Julian, sorry about the mic. Are you saying that you're done? There we go. Play one of these three: Rodon, Sonetti, or Van der Ven. I'm tempted to say Rodon, mate. I bet it does, Medicant. What are your thoughts on Gakpo? I just don't think you can trust him. I'm going to move my mic again. I was a little bit uncomfortable then. I don't trust Gakpo's minutes. I don't know if you've got any other Liverpool fans in the chat, but I personally don't trust Gakpo's minutes. If you've got transfers but can't think of how to use them, just roll. You'll have 5 next week. That's not a bad place to be. Sorry about moving my mic. That was probably quite noisy. I'm done with Bruno. Saka, mate. I wouldn't be done with Bruno though. I think he's fine, but Saka would be my replacement. Jemima, I would bench boost with Ruta. I actually think that's a decent bench boost, to be honest with you. I really do. I think I'd bench boost. Holly saying, definitely not Gakpo. A risk on minutes. Yeah, absolutely. I also don't think Gakpo's been very good this season so far, just in general. First time ever, I've only got one Liverpool player in my team. Just not locked in enough. And it's Big Verge. Have you fully stacked out on Arsenal defenders? Because if you're not, that's what I do. I just don't trust the Liverpool defence. What's that? Chocolate on my sleeve. No. I think for some, this might sound like a mad thing, but I think Gakpo, he almost... How best to describe Gakpo? He's not a traditional winger, is he? Let's be honest. He's more of a striker that plays on the left. So he's not like a top dribbler. I just don't think they're going to get the best out of him in the current Liverpool system. 2 seconds. Just going to wipe my nose. Yeah, I mean, he is the definition of an inside forward, isn't he? Yeah, exactly. Well, is that a sarcastic what system comment? But I'm not really sure there is a system at Liverpool yet, to be fair. Do you know any news on Enzo? Just what I've put in the ticker, mate. I'm of the same beast. Yes, I do think we might get a Chelsea leak. I do. Must be really hard to be a Liverpool fan at the moment, Holly. I feel sorry for you. You know, imagine winning the league last season. Just must be so hard. Really, honestly, I feel so sorry for you. No. So, yeah. I would agree with you there, Holly, to be honest. Could be worse. United have a system and we are terrible. Yeah, there you go. Thinking on wildcard 13. Are there 3 assets you would choose from both Liverpool or City? I can only get to 2 of each. Nah, not really. I don't think I'd have triple Liverpool or triple Man City. Not really. Sort of. So we had Turkey Al Sheikh, who is, I'm sure you're aware, the Saudi Arabian guy that's doing all the boxing matchmaking. I've got some insider info that I can't share, but he was pretty close to taking over Bristol City and it just fell through, it collapsed. That's what I heard anyway. And we had a fans forum on Wednesday where like the board, manager, manager, football director, CEO, all sat on a panel in front of the fans and said that he was interested, but it didn't happen. And he was the only one really. So I'm excited. I think Bristol City are £20 million away from being promoted. If we spend £20 million in the correct way, we would get promoted. How's the UCL going? We're not too bad in Champions League fantasy, mate. I need to make a video on that this weekend. We'll do that on Monday, I think. Champions League, this is how we're shaping up. So I am 17k overall. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, sorry, I am 21k overall. Apologies. I think that's pretty good. Should I pick Enzo on wildcard? I'd only pick him if your bench is strong enough to cover. Barbary, I'm not sure what you mean by Salah differential. I have Senesi on the bench. Yeah, that's probably good enough then. It's just, yeah, I'll probably do that. Big moves, just one of those nervy things. Yeah, he's an interesting fella, is Turkey. All you have to, I won't mention the words on this channel because I think YouTube demonetizes you or yeah, looks down on you for saying the words. But just have a Google of what he's been up to in Saudi. He doesn't sound like the cleanest of gentlemen. I'll say that much. Yeah. You must have watched the video then. Or you can. I made a video about him on the old Robin's Nest channel. Oh, and I went on the radio on Tuesday as well. I went on BBC Radio Norfolk. That was quite fun. We're playing Norwich at the weekend, who poached Bristol City's manager during the summer. So someone named Chris very kindly invited me on the radio to talk about him. So that was quite cool. I went on the radio for like 15 minutes. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. I mean, I was going to call myself a celebrity, but that sounds pretty big-headed. But yeah, we went on the radio. What do you think of Mukiele of Sunderland? Do you think he starts and plays? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Can we have a shout out to Dean Brennan, manager of Barnet? Cracking. Tell me more, John. Who will be your captain when Hund plays against Villa, Liverpool, and Newcastle? Probably Haaland. Alderete has been pictured in training, mate. Do you think people will move off Raya? Never saves? No. No. The thing is, George, with Raya, he will get enough clean sheets that it will be worth it. Cheers, Holly. Things are growing, aren't they, with the channel? I'm hoping with the launch of well, we'll see. But I'm hoping the launch of the FPL cartel will yeah, will, what was I going to say? The launch of FPL cartel might be the next step for me in my my YouTubing career. That's what I'm hoping. Western Supermare, interesting. Yeah, Western. Do you want me to be honest with you about Western? It's not the nicest of towns, I would say that much. I don't think I would want to live there, I'll be honest with you. It's not horrendous. There are some nice parts. But yeah, I wouldn't choose to live there, I don't think. Cheers, Holly. Medicant, no, it's basically it's a Patreon, but we're not going to use Patreon. We're going to use something called Sublaunch instead. But essentially it'll be, yeah, a paywalled thing. But I don't know. I just think it'll still be good value. You'll get an exclusive live stream every week. There'll be a Discord, a mini league where we'll do some actual prizes for, like, probably do them on a monthly basis. We'll do some merch as well that you can win on the mini league. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Me and FPL Tom collabing together. I just wouldn't live in Western Supermare, mate, I'm afraid. Sorry to break it to you. Are we past peak? No, absolutely not. It explains the low prices. Yeah. I'm sure it does. It's quite nice in the summer as Western, but it's like most British seaside towns, really. Clevedon is around Bristol. If you want to live by the sea and live by Bristol, Clevedon is the nicest one. Clevedon is lovely. I go to Clevedon quite regularly for like a quiet walk when I need to calm down. It's a good place, is Clevedon. Lee, I've got a mini league, mate. Here's the Golden Goal League. Oh, what the fuck? Bloody hell. Five memberships, you little legend. Look at that. Cheers, mate. I still haven't worked out how to gift someone a membership. I would do it, but I can't work it out. No, I can't work it out. I'm trying it with. I can't work it out. No, I can't work out how to do it. Foot. There's a real mixture, mate. I don't. In terms of Chelsea leagues, I don't know if there is one. To be honest with you. I tell you what, Lyle Foster is a good player. Oh, Medicant, there you go. You got some people grateful for you. The memberships, I think if you're gifted one, last a month. And so congratulations. Have you ever lived in London? No, I've worked in London quite a bit. It's good. Like there are some good places. Personally, I find London too busy. It's just too much for me. Is London, and it is really, really expensive. Like so expensive to the point where you just wonder why you're spending your money living there. Bristol's getting there as well, but not quite there yet. Burns, no mate, this is not my full-time job. I have a full-time job as well, so I am a 7-day-a-week worker on all of this stuff at the moment. Medical, bloody hell, Medicant, there you go. I won't say my profession if that's alright. I'll try and keep that private. A bench boost with Dubravka, Lacroix, Kudus, Bruno. Could do worse. It's not bad at all. In fact, that's better than my bench boost. I would definitely bench boost that. I don't work for MI5. I think you keep saying that. I don't, but I just don't want to say what I do. Bloody hell, the chat's moving so quick. I can't keep up. Because I've already got 3 Arsenal players matched. I'm worried Atlee Foss. I'm worried about Caicedo. I've never met Mark Goldbridge, no. I feel like I have, though. I watched him pretty much all the way through COVID. Yeah. He's done very well, hasn't he, Mark Goldbridge? And whatever you say, you know, some people hate him. You're entitled to your opinion about him. But one thing you can't deny is how much work he has put into putting himself out there on YouTube. I mean, he is live every day without fail, wherever he is. His dedication and commitment is impressive. Who should I buy for Fernandes? No one. I'm keeping Bruno Fernandes. Should I start Munoz ahead of Enzo? Yeah, I think I would. I'm sorry, your name's in, I think that's Hebrew, so I can't read it, but yes, I would bench boost that. Wan, maybe. I probably wouldn't use a transfer on either of them, though. Raya's fine, mate. I wouldn't have a dream 3. My dream 3 would probably be Haaland, João Pedro, Voltemada, but I would probably only have 2 up front at the moment. Why keep Fernandes? Well, if he scored his 2 penalties and got 1 more clearance block interception tackle in a couple of games, he would have 20, 25 more points than he does at the moment. So that's why I'm keeping him, because he's been so close to doing really well this season. And I think it's unlucky. Francisco, yes, I would. Both Borns, both. Thoughts on Romero? Tottenham v Villa looks like decent clean sheets. Yeah, decent. I like Romero. I think he's my favourite Spurs defender as well because of the DEFCON that he can get. I'm literally thinking about it every second, Majd. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to wait very much until the deadline. Can someone please call Caicedo and ask? Yeah, if anyone's got Caicedo's phone number. Even I was debating going 2 strikers and upgrade Xhaka. I'm not sure Gordon is the one, but I don't mind it. I just don't think I'd go Anthony Gordon. Bench 1, Rodon and Enzo and Jai. It's probably Rodon, because Enzo either starts or he doesn't play at all. And Jai or Van Dijk. Yeah, I'd go in Jai. Probably. It's mad, feels mad to say that though. Majd, no. Not this week. I think I'd bring Sarr in Game Week 10. Should I play Sanchez or Petrovic? Sanchez. Pope and Anderson for me, Anish. Best 4 million defender, Alderete. Or Mukiele. Bench Goodmanson or Munoz, as I have Semenyo. Goodmanson. No Enzo news as things stand, mate. I hope Gyökeres starts delivering. Him and Fernandes aren't pulling their weight. Yeah. Yep. Would you choose Eze over Njai? No, actually, I wouldn't. Xavi Simons or Bruno? Bruno for me. I love Bruno. Anyone want to do some more team reviews? We'll do some more team reviews, shall we? Make sure to leave a like rating on the stream, by the way. We've got 220 people watching and only 137 likes. So I'll do another tweet. There you go. Reply to that tweet that I've pinned in the chat. We'll look at Daryl's team. Good team. I think. Yes, good team. It's a good team. The only thing is, I'd want to try and start Njai in there if I could. Bishoy? Yeah, that's great. That is great. Harry? I don't know who that is. But that team is decent enough, mate. Decent enough. Yeah, like and subscribe. Leave a like rating on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. I want to try and hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be amazing if we could. Let's see if we can hit 18.5 by the end of the stream. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. Anmol Prasad, you're a member. I didn't realise that. Thank you, mate, if you've just joined. Kyle, I have 2 free transfers. I am thinking of rolling. What do you think? Any recommendations? No. I would bench boost. I would bench boost that team. Absolutely bench boost it. And then with your 5 transfers, you can weaken your bench next week with some transfers. Graham, Raya, Gabriel, Munoz. Great team. If you have it available, I would bench boost. I think Jaden Anthony plays. Chewy. Yeah, great team. It's a good team, that. Sorry, I'm a little bit groggy this morning. I brought in Salah and Thiago for Bruno and Gyökeres. Now I'm unsure of the moves. Nah, I think the moves are fine, mate. Honestly, I wouldn't worry. Just leave it. Sanchez, Gahey, Munoz, Van Dijk, Foden, Semenyo, and Bumo. Good team. I would consider bench boosting that team as well. I feel like Anmol, you're digging yourself a deeper hole if you do that out of panic, and I wouldn't do that. You don't make your best decisions when you're panicking and a little bit emotional, and I feel like that's what you are. Josh. Rogers to Saka. Yeah, I don't mind that. But you've still got Rogers and Watkins, mate. I'm sorry. Great team. I think I would go for Voltemada over João Pedro, to be honest. Absolutely, you were. There you go. Rasta, I would bench boost, yeah. Would you recommend going from Bruno to Saka? Yes. Yeah, I don't hate it, mate. I don't hate it. Josh and Will, good to see you. Looking at my team, do you think it's bench boost worthy? Yes, I said, mate. I think it is. FPL just a dad. Great carp, mate. Great carp. Raya, Gabriel, Esteve, Richards. Yeah, I like it. Caicedo is the risky one of those two. Alderete was pictured in training. Vicario, Goodmanson. Oh, you've used all your chips. Decent team though, mate. Decent team. Your thought. Bench boost, Dubravka, Richards, Estev. I've already answered that, yes. Yes. Bench boost, Dubravka, Estev, Tarkovsky, Douglas Luiz. Nah. Why have you got Douglas Luiz? I scrolled away from your team. Where's your team? Oh, was that your team? I do apologise. Yeah, this is a good team. I would bench boost. Anish on wildcard. You just don't need two goalkeepers that cost that much money. Yeah, this is better. I would still pick Pope or Raya. I'd have Pope. This is a great wildcard team though. Yeah, I like it. I just DM'd you on Twitter. Well, why you DM me then, mate? Just tweet me. I don't have a DM either. Sorry, mate. I can't see it. Harry McDonald. I would personally drop Stack to King. I don't think Stack's really that good. That would allow you to get Alderete. I don't like Pedro Porro. I think I'd go Chris Richards or Anderson, and then that gives you some cash to upgrade Minter. It is a great team, but those would be a few changes I'd make, I think. Adam, Donnarumma, Gabriel, Senesi, great team. I'd consider bench boosting. JGC. Yeah, same team as me, pretty much. I would bench boost that. Simi, Pope, Chalaba, Timber, Gabriel, Saka. Great team. I'm not too sure about it. It's fine, actually. Great team. I think I would pick King over Miley. Because King's going to play. So I'd pick King. The Fulham one. Yeah, nice one, Anish. Mitchell Clark. You should not be picking a team with a bench that strong. And I'd consider bench boosting if that was your team. Novinar. Alderete has been pictured in training, mate. So I would do it. Yeah, bench boost. Get it done. Do it, mate. Does Enzo start? Yeah, I think he does. Oh, actually. Enzo, no, I'm not sure he does. John C, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure on Caicedo. I'm waiting for a leak. Minte to Saar. Would I do that? No. Not for the next 2 weeks. Enjoy to Saar. No, I wouldn't do that for the next 2 weeks. Guardiola to Timber. Much of a muchness, but you could probably do that. Also, mate, I've played Bench Boost and it. The best source will be Twitter, mate. Just seeing what people share on X before the deadline, really. That's what I'm going to be doing. Gyökeres or Saka? I personally prefer Saka. Yeah, panic stations indeed. What are your opinions about Van de Ven? Decent. Yeah. I think I prefer Romero, but if you need to save the money, Van de Ven is good. I would agree with you, Tom, on Caicedo's Instagram story. My attackers are João Pedro. Bloody hell. Go on Google, type in spin the wheel, put all of those names in a spin the wheel game, and then the name it gives you is the one you should bench. The only one you can't bench is Haaland. Yeah, I've just no idea. My gut feel there is probably Anthony Gordon. No, I'm not sure Enzo plays. The perfect three from Arsenal is double Arsenal defence, in whichever way you fancy it, and Saka. That's the perfect in my mind. We'll go back to just tweeted you. Okay. You said you DM'd me, but I didn't get a DM. Have a quick look through all these then. Harry McDonald. Yes, I like that a lot. That's really good. You could upgrade Alderete if you wanted to, but I think that's really good. I like it a lot. Only decisions are my bench. At Haaland this week, Paul. Yeah, I think you have got it right. Foot or foot? Can you give me who to bench boost, please? I probably wouldn't if you've got Enzo Fernandez. I don't think it's a great team. I just wouldn't bench boost if you've got Enzo Fernandez. Any changes I should make? Nah, not really. I think that team's absolutely fine. You're identical to me, basically. I think it's fine. Akash, activated bench boost. Yeah, good bench boost. Harry McDonald, or is this better? Yeah, that is better. That's the one. That's the one. I would consider. I just don't really like Minte all that much. But he's a great team. Yeah, that's a good team. That team will do you just fine. If you want to see, by the way, I've made a few wildcard draft videos during the week, if that's helpful. You got a Pompey fan? Love that, mate. Good team. I would start Rangers over Truefair. That's all I'd say to that. I'm just going to blow my nose. Bear with. Yeah, I think I would almost definitely play Rangers with that team, Portsmouth. Tarkovsky or Anderson? Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. Probably Tarkovsky. I don't know. Flip a coin, mate. They're pretty much the same, aren't they? Much for muchness between the two of them. Cheers, Paul. That's very kind, mate. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Leave a like rating on the stream and subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. Let's see if we can do, what do you reckon, 21 new subscribers by the end of the stream. So you'll be live for another sort of 20 minutes. We're on 18,479 at the moment. Yeah, if you've got, you fancy subscribing and haven't already, see if we can hit 18,500. I'd be over the moon. Did you see Don's I Did Mate? It's very entertaining. I couldn't quite work out what happened, but did one of your players get harassed by Bristol Rovers fans? I couldn't quite remember what happened. I'd start Enjoy. Well, I don't think Enzo plays, so that's what you need to. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you who to start. I'm just going to say that I don't think Enzo plays. They turned up at his hotel room. That's quite funny. Is Caicedo playing? We don't know. We just don't know. Just don't know, I'm afraid. Transfer in Voltemada. Yes, I quite like that. Richarlison to Voltemada. I quite like those moves. That sounds good. I like it. Eze and Cucurella, or Gordon and Timber. Gordon and Timber. Nice one, Will. Great minds. Yeah, Caicedo wasn't pictured in training. That double up on Everton against City isn't looking premium. Yeah, we'll change things up if I'm not bench boosting, mate. You're captaining Eze. That is interesting. Gyökeres, Paquetá, Njai, Guehi, or Saka. I think a mixture of the two. I prefer Saka to Gyökeres, and then I prefer the other three. Hi, mate. Alderete's been pictured in training. Caicedo is a doubt. Well, I was going to bench boost because everyone's available, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bench boost. No, but I think Caicedo plays. I do think he plays. Caicedo. Yeah, lots of Chelsea fans predicting that Caicedo is going to play. I hope you have a good week too, Will, by the looks of it. Let's have a look at lineup predictions. Let's see what people are saying. We don't have a Chelsea predicted team, do we? Let's see if we can get 200 likes. Absolutely, mate. Cheers, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, leave a like rating if you're watching. Let's see if we can do 200 on the stream. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Golden Goal YouTube channel. We are 18 away now from 18,500. And it'd be great if we could hit that by the end of the day. So if you fancy helping me, that'd be great. Esteval is going to make some nice points. Yeah, fair enough. But he's not going to play every week, is he? Cheers, Paul. Praying for a Semenyo blank. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen. Let's go and check out FPL Tom. Let's see if he's going to bench boost. Let's see if he's bench boosting. He's got 300 people in his stream. Bloody hell. Big ups, Tom. With his 20k
Hey you,
sub.
it's me again. Are you still wondering how much it will cost you to start up a company in the UAE? Well, guess what? We have good news for you. We've
Probably better value than Minter,
It's off.
in my opinion. What do you think about Konate in the defence? Nah, I don't quite think so. Would you have Caicedo and Minter or Enzo and Longstaff? I would have Enzo and Longstaff, especially if you've got your bench boost out of the way. That's the way that I would probably look at it. 25k, says Andy. Bro, that would be very ambitious. I don't personally see it. I think we would maybe have to go on a little bit of a mad tear with like rank. So I don't personally see it, but maybe. New target, destroying Let's Talk FPL. Hey bro, if I ever got close to his numbers, we would go for it. Bench boost off. No, it's not off, Tom. I am just waiting for the last minute to activate it, just in case we get any Chelsea news. But like it's pretty much going to happen. Like if we get no Chelsea news, I'm gonna activate it later on. But I'm just waiting to see if we get anything. Like if we get anything and he's in there, it automatically confirms it. If we get it and he's not in there, then I'm not going to activate it. But if we get nothing, I'm probably going to activate it. Does that make sense? That's where my head's at anyway.
Okay. Cheers, Tom. We'll do the same. I like it. I like the plan. It's right. It's better to have it. It's better to have it off, right, than activate it accidentally. Just got up. Is cancerous playing Caicedo? We don't know. He's not been pictured in training, so. But you know, he is probably Chelsea's best player. Watkins or Gyökeres? Gyökeres. But I wouldn't have either of them, to be honest. 2 up front. Don't have them. Pope or Dubravka? Pope. Any thoughts on Voltemada or Bowen? I like Voltemada. I got to say. Sarr or Xhaka? I don't know, mate. Probably Sarr. Dubravka or Petrovic? Bruno to Saka, Gyökeres to Bowen, Tarkowski to Burn. I'd buy Voltemada over Bowen, but the rest of the moves are okay. I just think there's much for a muchness in it, though. You're making 4 free transfers that might not be worth it. Arav, I must say, I've looked at about 30 teams now this morning, maybe more. I think Anthony's going to play. We've got no definitive news, but I think he'll play. Haaland and Voltemada would be my 2 right now. It's all right, Arav. We're going to be wrapping up soon anyway. I need to get a coffee in and hop in the shower and go to the gym and stuff. So, yeah. Thoughts on swapping Bruno Fernandes and Reinders? For Sarr and Enzo. Well, Enzo's probably not going to play this week, so. Once bench boost is used this week, yes, Miex. I've gone through it already on stream. I think Gyökeres will go. Reinders or Caicedo will become Saka. And then maybe get Sarr in as well. Should I bench boost with Dubravka, Mukiele, Rodon, Stack? Yeah, that's good enough. Do it, mate. Mate, I don't know why Isidore was rotated. Sunderland have got loads of strikers. That's why he was rotated. They've got options. That's all I can say. Bruno for Enzo. I wouldn't sell Enzo to get Bruno, and I wouldn't do the other way around either. Unique Kiwi, that's what we do, mate. That is what we do. Leave a like rating for that, mate, and subscribe. That's what I say. Leave a like and subscribe. I'm on wildcard this week and thinking about getting Shalabar instead of Senesi. Is it a big mistake? Thinking about getting Shalabar instead of Senesi. Yes, I would get Senesi. Bowen or Paquetá? Neither. Just wouldn't have either of them. Sorry. And Jai for me. I have a stack. Would you bench boost? Yes, I would. But wait until last minute Chelsea news, I reckon. That's what I'd do. I'd wait. Got no news. They just weren't pictured in training, mate. That's all we know, I'm afraid. Would you sell Bruno and Richarlison for Saka and Strand Larsen for free? Yeah. No. I think Strand Larsen is still a doubt. It sounds like he's still struggling with an Achilles issue. Can you rub your magic ball and tell us who will get more points this week? Will it be Njai? Because I don't think Enzo is fit. Right. I think I'm going to wrap the stream up there, if that's all right. I'm going to go and make a coffee and go to the gym. But yeah, thank you everyone for all the support on the stream. We had loads of people watch today. I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I'm going to make myself a coffee and go to the gym. Cheers. I'll be back this evening with a video, and excuse me, I'll be live tomorrow morning with a little Game Week 8 reaction stream as well. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you later.